Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on Shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. We have a special edition today where we're going to be trying the Christmas edition of Paul John Indian Single Malt Whiskey. Again, Christmas edition. It's finished in ex-bourbon barrels and a variety of port and Madeira casks. Should be interesting. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Jim Fosnot and Scott Creighton, a.k.a. the Barrel Buddies. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. How you doing, Steve?
Doing well. Good. So this will be interesting. So this is not one that I had heard of before. I saw the press release on it, and it came out from the team that I know that works with Sazerac. So I knew the individual, and I reached out and said, what's the deal with this? And they said this is a yearly release that they do with Paul John, and asked if I'd like to try a sample of it. And I said, absolutely. So this is how we got here today. The presentation is really cool. It comes in a little mini cylinder. Again, we're just getting a media sample here, but the media sample is a 50 milliliter that comes in a tube, which is really cool. So this even would be a cool gift. This would be more like a stocking stuffer,
right,
if you wanted to give that. So I don't know a whole lot about Paul John, but you guys do. You guys come from retail. So tell us a little bit about what you know about the brand.
Indian-based whiskey company. They do very well on the whiskey side.
Yeah, I mean, India's doing
single malts.
Right, India's doing some really good stuff over there. It's some of their stuff's kind of hard to find, but it definitely gets good reviews. I have not had this one personally, but I've had some other stuff.
I didn't even know they did a Christmas release, but I'm pretty excited.
Apparently every year. This is for export. It's 92 proof, so that we know about it. And sounds really interesting.
It's
so
actually a pretty high proof for a single malt whiskey because they're usually in around that 80, 86.
Don't you think you think on the U.S. side, you just don't see like Christmas releases and stuff like that. It seems like some of them should be doing that. I mean, Wild Turkey back in the day used to have their spiced Wild Turkey, but you don't really see companies doing any sort of holiday blend. And everybody's looking for a bottle, something different. Seems to be a good idea, right?
Yeah, I mean, everything's predicated now on the big old allocated releases that start in September, and the BTAC release, which
what really causes more consumer aggravation than anything, because like who doesn't want that on the list? Like I want something from the BTAC collection. Well, you can have as many people out searching the stores as you want. They're not going to get that. I feel like something like this would have some legs.
You get like Winter Jack, which is like ciders and stuff like that, and they always sell out for that reason, though. So what you're saying makes perfect sense. I don't know what makes it like how you theme it for the holidays, or what you finish it in to kind of theme it. Finish it in eggnog.
Eggnog, right? Yeah.
Eggnog.
No, I like the idea of just a winter release, a special bottle.
Yeah.
Actually,
again, this looks like it's more branding, and there's nothing in here that would tie it. There's no Christmas spices or anything like that.
No, but to me, I would, for a winter release, I'm going to probably want a spicier,
heartier.
Yeah, that or something not as light.
Higher proof.
Yeah,
higher proof, nice rye. And again, for a single malt, this is a higher proof.
Yeah. And obviously, I assume that the regular 750 milliliter bottle probably comes in the same presentation, which again would be a great look. As you can, this is holiday themed, the tube itself. So I assume that's a great holiday gift then at that point. So super pretty cool. So all right, well, we're going to taste this thing in just a second. What we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be trying this Paul John whiskey. We're going to see if it's any good. I've never tried anything from there before, and we'll see what we think. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and I'm excited to announce a brand new partnership with Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Many of you have perhaps heard of Leatherwood via our co-host on the Bourbon Daily, Kaylee Baker, who works there. Well, they're now an official sponsor of the network, and we look forward to everyone getting to know a little bit more about them. Company founder Andrew Lang brought his brewing and distilling hobby with him during his years of service as a Green Beret in the United States Army. Whether he was at his home base of Fort Campbell or during tours of duty in places like Italy or Afghanistan, Lang distilled whatever was available to him locally. We are excited about getting to know Andrew Lang and his team better via our programming and are planning a trip down there for the ABV Network crew very soon. In the meantime, check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com, where they will ship bottles directly to you, including their special Remembering 9/11 series, which is raising money for military charities. Seriously, get out there, buy some bottles, help a good cause, and let us know what you think. We're really excited about this partnership. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily with Colonel Steve.
All right, everybody, welcome back. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Jim Fosnot and Scott Creighton, and we're trying the Christmas edition of Paul John. So, should be interesting. Again, as I said before, what's special with this is it is finished in used bourbon barrels. And it with that also after the bourbon contained a variety of port and Madeira finished casks. So that's what's going on there. That's what I guess makes this one special. So let's talk about this. What do we got going on the nose?
Definitely 100% malt.
But it's sweet on the nose.
Sweet malt. Yeah,
that's that great Madeira.
Yeah,
port.
Madeira.
You know, you start getting some of those cherries or berries, I should say. Yeah. I'm excited. It's definitely inviting.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, let's try this. Here we go. Cheers, guys. All right. That is good. I mean, if you like malt whiskey, this is as good as I've ever tried. I mean, it's sweet, which is totally different. I mean,
there's a nuttiness
to it for sure.
You know, there's a complex.
And it keeps going. Like this finish is lingering, and it keeps building new flavors.
Yeah,
as it goes.
Dark fruit on that Madeira side, and then
like
some
kind of that raisin or
nuttiness.
plum.
Right? Yeah.
Dark fruit.
This is really good.
It is really good. It is really good.
Sure. Yeah, I was not sure what to expect with this.
You know, on my shelf at home, I kind of sidelined my single malts to one side and buried it with nothing but bourbon and rye.
We have to give it a little more space.
Nice.
It's fantastic. I mean, it's a really solid whiskey. I mean, and it's got. I think this, we because we're the Bourbon Daily, we're a bourbon-centric show, and that's not to downplay single malts and Indian whiskey or any other type of whiskey, but our focus is what bourbon fans would like, and I think we've got something here bourbon fans would like. If they want to do some exploration, I think this would be a great way to do it.
Totally.
I would 100% agree, and that second sip is even better than the first.
I know.
And
wow.
That definitely will fall into any bourbon lovers, I would think, space. I mean, it's
any bourbon lover that really knows their stuff loves whiskey,
right?
And they're going to appreciate this.
Yeah,
it's not overly smoked.
It's not that heavy Scotch, smoked, anything like that. There's nothing that going on.
Yeah, there's no peat, no smoke. It's just it's good.
The maltiness gives that kind of a false kind of smokiness to it, but then you expect that from a single malt.
Yeah, it's just a hint. It's not overpowering or. It's not the dominant flavor by any stretch.
No. So I think this gets the Barrel Buddies recommendation. And like I said, could be an interesting holiday gift. Sometimes bourbon fans are impossible to buy for because they have everything that they've ever wanted. And maybe this could fall into something that, if you find one out there, could be a good gift for a bourbon fan. Hey, try something different. And they probably haven't had this. And like I said, it's really good. Very drinkable.
I'm going to find that bottle.
Yeah, for export overseas.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Scott, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
On Instagram at Red Devil 85, or what's the other one? Oh, Above Average Pour.
Okay. All right, Jim. How about you?
You can find me on Facebook at Jim Fazat or on Instagram at FazJim, FAZZJIM.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got the company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. That's the one you have to check out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Of course, if you like what we're doing, give us a 5-star review with comments. That helps new people find the show, which is incredibly important to us. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in the show, head over to patreon.com/theabvnetwork, and you can become part of what we're doing. Should be something fun to do. Maybe that's a holiday gift this giving season. So check us out. Again, patreon.com/theabvnetwork. Great job today, gang. Good whiskey here. Scott spilled it, but luckily he was low. He was low enough that he did not spill it. So he knocked it over, but did not spill it. All right, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that.
Foul.
Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Cheers.
Phew. Peace. Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.